Another beautiful day, and the windmill stays stationary. Yet again, I will say, do not buy AirX windmills. They are junk, in my opinion. They're good for sailboats and marine applications, somewhere where you get constant wind and no blockage, but off the grid in the woods, they don't work. Anyways, boys, girls, and everybody else watching, this is Ghetto Hillbilly 1, also known as Dylan. You may have seen my other off-grid videos before. I've done a few of them. Anyways, it's just starting fall here. It's been a fairly beautiful summer. Um, didn't get a huge amount of progress done over this summer. Um, I've been working, and my father's had other priorities, so this is what it is. Anyways, so my old tractor, she still goes. Last time I checked, I haven't had it running in about a month or two. Soon gonna get her ready to go again. Wow, I can lift up the front of my tractor with this. Anyways, I'll soon have to flash her up and get her ready for the winter season. Never even bothered taking the chains off, as you can see. Hopefully it doesn't have to plow as much snow as it did last year, but hopefully if I do, I'll be a little more ready this time, because the tractor had a bit of a rough go last year. This is, I think I showed you guys this many times, our frame of a shack. Um, Collapsed shortly after putting it up because we put a tarp on it. We didn't have it tight, and the water pooled up, and actually the weight of it pulled the thing down. That's why it's all leaned one way. It's still good. It's just got to be straightened out a bit more and reinforced and put something else on the outside. Just never got around to it yet. Noticing all these bushes here. They weren't here last year, because last year was when I tilled this all up. So I'm going to have to get back here with the weed whacker soon. Clean this all up. It's just the old shed. It's a shed. It does shed things. License plate collection. We actually have an American plate now, but mostly locals. Dad's old plates mostly. A couple other ones. Farm truck. I should put that on mine. Actually, I think that's the same kind of plate that tractor has. Here's an old wood stove. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I might make it an outdoor burning furnace. Doesn't really matter. Otherwise, I might chuck it in the garbage. I don't know. Father had a fairly good crop this year of garlic, different things. Most things I think he's done gardening with for the time being. The rhubarb didn't do the best this year, but it has a hard time up here. The grapes, however, are doing amazing. The only problem with them is they somewhat block the hot water solar panel, but check these grapes out. Wow, these ones are awful blue. Anyways, this is the first year that these grapes have really produced, and my father's really happy about them. He wants to get them to keep growing across there and then all around this shed here. I think that'd be pretty cool. As far as our energy and how things have progressed that way, well, still using the propane. This is the tank for the fridge. You guys might remember last year we had geared up a propane furnace right before the winter hit. We never ended up using it. It sucks way too much power to run the fan, and it's not really worth it. So we didn't bother. But this is the wall it was out on. Dad decided he's going to pile all his softwood here for this year. So that's what's here. And over here we have the hardwood pile. He actually got wood this year. Well, Buddy actually showed up when he ordered his wood this year. So that was a bonus. He already had some wood ready to go, so be lots of wood this winter. Won't be a cold winter, which is a bonus. Make sure if you burn wood that you order it early and you don't end up in the cold. The old truck's still there. Haven't started that since last year. I'm gonna have to get onto that soon. Yeah, it's beautiful here today. Crickets going. A little bit of fall nip in the air though. If you're not in the sun, you can feel it. It feels a little cool. Here's my camp. Or actually, I guess you could almost call it a tiny home, except I don't live in it. So it can't be really a tiny home, but it is only 12 by 16. It's just that it's 3 stories high. um, this is an old axe. I thought it was, or axe handle, I should say. I thought I'd share it with you guys. My father actually redid this axe handle. It was literally rotten and about to snap in half. My father treated it with some different wood products. I think Pentacryl was one of them. And some other stuff, cleaned it up, and it's actually almost as solid as new, amazingly enough. And this other maul here, that's gotten around. My father's had that ever since I can remember. That exact same splitting maul head, big one. That thing has cut a lot of wood, and I mean a lot of wood. This summer we were using this for a while for music outside. It's one of them old floor model stereos. It actually still works, or at least it did until Dad ran over the cord with the lawnmower. Then we got to put a new cord on it to see if it still works. Something else I ran across was a frame for a gazebo. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but it's like a screened-in canopy. Unfortunately, the canopy part's gone. Dad thought he found a canopy for it, or at least a screen. So we took it out, and it turns out that it fit pretty good all around it, but it didn't fit over it. They didn't have a top, but it was like 4 or 5 screen surrounds. So, anyways, that doesn't have a lot to do with the off-grid world, but just little updates to tell you guys. If you're wondering why I'm filming down here, I can hear a jet or something. I'm trying to figure out where it is. We have a lot of low-flying aircraft in this area, being close to a fairly major airport, and I've actually witnessed 2 plane crashes in my life, and there's been 3 within I don't know, 20-kilometer radius roughly. So that's pretty messed up in a way, but that's what happens when you live in a major flight path. Um, That's interesting. I didn't know we got disconnected. Oh no, we didn't. It's still there. I was looking for a cord. I don't know if you guys, there, you can see it there. It's actually buried under the grass now. We have the panels over here connected into the system via the plug, which makes a big difference, it seems. We have not had any issues since last Christmas as far as charging batteries. The batteries are staying up. My dad had to, of course, add a little water now and then, but other than that, they're doing really well. And the system is actually behaving itself. And if you haven't seen it before, it's a very simple system. You have these 4 panels. I can't remember if they're 120 or 140 watt Kyoceras. And then up there I have a monocrystal 100 watt panel on top of my camp that is hooked up as well. If nothing else, just to supplement things. But it seems to, my panel does produce in, off-angle light and gray, hazy days and stuff a lot better than these ones do. So it's just more constant power production. And I mean, I haven't used this camp in a year, so why the hell would I want, um, my solar panel not to be hooked up and being used? I don't want to see the energy go to waste. So I'm glad to see it's going to my father. Oh, I got a spider in my hair or something. Spider webs. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry about that. Freaking spiders are everywhere this time of year. It's one thing that drives me nuts. I love this time of year, but fucking spiders. I hate them. I hate spiders. I hate walking through spider webs constantly. So, inside I haven't unlocked the door yet, so I'm not going to take you inside. Everybody probably just complained about the mess again. Everything's the same in there anyway, so there's nothing really to show you. The wood stove's the wood stove, the propane's the propane, the fridge has been working now for 8 months. Oh yeah, my father did have to refill the big propane tank once so far, just a couple weeks ago. For the fridge, it lasted, I think, 4 months, roughly, before it had to be replaced. So, that's not bad. What else? What else? I had another point, guys. Sorry, I was just trying to talk out loud there for a second, but I kind of lost my point. Should really build a greenhouse or something with all these doors. I have all these doors with windows and stuff in them. I should really think about doing something with them. I have no real need for them, so I guess I'll think about that. Went canoeing this year. Great little canoe. But yeah, I guess this is just a quick update. Starting to get ready for winter. Things have been really well here in the off-grid property. The power's been consistent. Well never ran dry all summer, though it never does. It's one great thing. Down in the hole behind that birch tree is a little pond that never goes dry, because we happen to live by a spring, which is a very important thing if you're planning on living off-grid. Make sure your water is nearby. But I'm not really sure what else I was going to tell. Oh yes, these trees. Again, I keep getting these comments, so I'm going to mention it again. Well, now they're already cut down. They only block the one part of one panel for about an hour a day for about three weeks to a month out of the year. Even though I cut it down, it's no biggie. These trees are still going. I know a lot of people say that, you shouldn't cut these trees down, but you people that say that don't understand the whole picture. One, these trees are useless. That kind of growth is, well, I call it thicket growth. It's gonna just create a fall down forest, which we're actually surrounded by. The only reason this isn't all fallen down is because it was chopped back in early 80s, late 70s. So I think late 70s actually. So that's why there's all these little trees, but that's, what happens when a forest isn't managed. It just goes wild. Oh my God, look at the catnip. Wow. My dog's just grazing. Yeah, that catnip's doing amazing. I'm going to have to take some home to my cat. Anyways, let me turn the camera around. Sorry, I'm not very good with the angles right now. There we go. Oh, by the way, I shaved. If you haven't seen my face when I've shaved, now you have. So, hope you enjoyed this little update. I know it's not exactly super informative or as near as informative as some of my other videos have been, but just wanted to give you guys an update as I usually do. Keeping in touch with what's going on up here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm kind of at a loss right now. As per usual, I just grabbed the camera and started filming, so I didn't have an exact topic, and I'm running out of thought of what I should talk about. So feel free to send some comments my way. If you have any questions, thoughts, concerns. What are your thoughts on living in a tiny home? Now, some people say this isn't even a tiny home. It's 16 by 16, 2 stories high. That's pretty small to me. And honestly, Unless, if you're more than one person, it is too small. I mean, unless you are a minimalist, you need at least this much space. At least. And even then, you still won't have enough room. My father has this house, plus his wood shed, this shed, that shed, that shed, and even that shed. It's kind of silly to have a tiny home if you have like a huge garage or barn to make up for it. You know, we're human. We need space. We use we use a lot of space. We need a lot of space. Sorry, I'm no good with the lighting with cameras and stuff. But yeah, like I said, as humans we need stuff. So it's best to use it, or best to have space to deal with said stuff. Otherwise, what are you going to do with it? Unless you're a complete minimalist, it's kind of tricky. Anyways, my dog's going to get into something here, I think, or maybe not. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to make some more off-grid videos here in the near future. One of these days, I hope to get off my ass and actually get my dad on the camera here, talk more about this property, and what his vision is for it, and what his thoughts and experiences are at this point in time. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to subscribe, comment, all that stuff. If you like it, it's the best way to tell me that oh, that's what it is. It's the best way to let me know that my videos are making a difference. Anyways, my dog's gonna make it real noisy. Talk to y'all later. Peace.